Her silence was like a mirror, reflecting yourself back at you, and it was often an ugly sight. Unquote. Those were the words that caught me in my tracks. A very good day I bid to the brilliant judges and the viewers of this video. My name is Ishwaar Alagesan, and today I'm going to review a book that I genuinely relished, which is the Alex Michaelides' debut psychological thriller, The Silent Patient. The book kicks off by introducing the main character Theo Faber, a criminal psychotherapist who's always keen in solving the case of the woman who hasn't spoken for 6 whole years, Alicia Berenson. She tied her husband to the chair and shot him in the head 5 times. She then slit her own wrist and waited for the police to arrive. Those were the words that explain the scene of the tragedy. Since then, Alicia never uttered a single word. Being an artist, she then created a now highly prized self-portrait titled Alcestis that translates to a Greek tragedy where a woman never spoke after she was asked to die in the place of her husband. The rest of the story is about how Theo Faber uses his wits in order to solve the case that he was so obsessed about. Theo even interviews Alicia's extremely shocked family, who held their stance in saying that Alicia loved her husband Gabriel more than love itself. During this period, Theo is also mentally shattered as he finds out about his wife's infidelity. The readers are also following on with Alicia's past diary updates as she talks about her loving husband and also a man who was expected to be a stalker watching her from her window. During the last therapy session, ice is broken and Alicia shocks the readers by, talking and telling Theo about a stalker that entered her house and killed Gabriel. However, this was later known to be a blatant lie. Then finally comes the big reveal. The incident of Theo's wife cheating was actually in the past and it's not the present. One day, Theo follows this mystery cheater back to his house and watched it from afar. And the next day, as this man left, Theo entered the house with a mask, and that was the first time he went face to face to the then stranger Alicia Berenson. After reading this page, a chill ran down my spine, causing my hairs to stand on its end. Upon entering, Theo tied Alicia up with some wires. He then explained about the infidelity of Gabriel with his own wife. When Gabriel was back, Theo tied him up and asked him to either sacrifice himself or let his wife die. Shockingly, Gabriel didn't want to die. Theo, who actually didn't have the intentions of killing anyone, untied Alicia, left the gun there and fled. The rest is history as Alicia shot Gabriel, who condemned her to die and never spoke after. The book ends with Theo giving Alicia an overdose of drugs as she had already known who he was by telling him the fake story and looking at his reaction. However, Alicia knew about this overdose of drugs and then wrote it in her diary, which was later found by the police, causing Theo to get convicted. As soon as I put this book down, I knew it. This book would be a solid 5 stars for me. Here's why. Firstly, Alex's choice of words was stellar and perfectly used. He knew how to reduce the friction of the pages with the reader's hand. Other than that, Alex's writing was super sharp, unpredictable and suspenseful, and everything also made sense in the end. I felt really satisfied with the ending because I didn't expect it a tiny bit. Alex has also done a great job in engineering his characters as Alicia is extremely complex and Theo is also someone who is hurt deep down yet manages to go on with his life and finally able to make Alicia speak. This book brings forward many themes like love and lies in a very interesting, thrilling and appealing way to people like me who are not interested in cheesy love books and prefer something more thrilling, interesting, and psychological. This book has also taught me a few things. Firstly, you definitely reap what you sow. As an example, Gabriel was killed for cheating, Alicia fell into a coma for killing her husband, and Theo had been convicted for the deeds he had done. Other than that, honesty and loyalty take the top spot of importance in a relationship, as without these foundations, the building will definitely go crumbling. As a conclusion, I think I felt really satisfied after reading this book, and I can't wait to read similar books. Quote, remember, love that doesn't include honesty doesn't deserve to be called love. Unquote. That is all for me, and with that, I thank you.